Hey, Roger Martin here again from Billings, Montana. This is Robert Kiyosaki. And he said the most important skill, I haven't got to it yet. I think it's around sales. But he said something here that I think most people have really forgotten about.
Product here, one of my first questions I ask them is, how well can you sell?
Someone's got a great product, and he says products suck. And the first question he asks him is, how well can you sell? Now, he goes on here and says something just as important, or if not more important, concerning sales and raising money.
Because if you can't sell, you don't have any income, period. Because you got to raise capital. The first thing when I started Rich Dad Company, I had to raise like $150,000.
Now, he says it's not that hard to raise $150,000. Somewhere along the line, he's learned how to raise money at what he does. He had popularity before he didn't have that much popularity before he got his Rich Dad, Poor Dad series going. But he had to raise $150,000 before he even started the project and the books. So that's an important skill set. And if you can't do that, there's a big problem. You'll never get anything off the ground. Now there's free videos on how to do this stuff and other things, but actually get the marketing mechanisms in place and systems in place so you can move products and make sales. That's important to say the least.
But if you can't sell, you can't raise $150,000. I mean, a lot of accountants, attorneys, they can't sell. They can't raise capital. It is your number one skill as an entrepreneur is you're raising capital.
All right, he says it right there. Your number one skill as an entrepreneur is raising capital, not selling product, raising capital. Wow, think about that. I have to screw my mind on right. That's powerful.
And that's from a sale. I'm either selling my investor as to why their money is better with me, or I'm selling my employees why they should work for less money. And three, I got to sell my customer as to why my product is more important than their money. Okay? That's sales. Marketing is all the, I would say, the hype, the awareness, the letting people know what you're about, what your company stands for. So like a brand is marketing. That's why we spent so much time developing the Rich Dad as a brand. People know what we stand for. Okay? What we stand for is what the rich teach their kids about money. I do not support necessarily saving money, mutual funds, diversifications, and hard work as an employee. I do not stand for that. I do not cross that line.
So what do you stand for? What does your product stand for? What does your company stand for? What is the value of what you stand for? Important question.
I need to be true to my brand. So I'm only marketing to less than 10% of the population. But in my marketing, I'm clear on who my target market is, who I'm talking to, but I got to be true to my brand. There's nothing worse than some guy like a John Kerry who flip-flops on their brand. Like in my world of financial advice, there's a lot of people who were mutual fund guys in 1995 and then became real estate guys in 2005. You know what I mean? So their marketing is, they're all over the place in their marketing. They're changing their messages and all this. And PR is basically how much print space do I get? How much how much the newspaper write about me, television, like I'll be on the Today Show sometime next week or something, to be with Donald Trump. That's all PR. It's all part of my positioning package and all this. Rich Dad as a company sucks here and sucks here. We're terrible at it. We don't have any marketing. Where we win is we're very strong on PR. Does that make sense to you guys? We're unbelievable at PR. To have a book that's been on the New York Times bestseller list for 6 years, to be able to call Donald and talk to him and all that, that's priceless. And I don't ever mess with that relationship. You guys clear on that? So, and then with that, this is my friend Blair Singer at Sales Dogs. So he's at this end. Now, if your PR sucks and your marketing sucks, then you've really got to sell like a wild man. Does that make sense, you guys here? Because you haven't done the preliminary work to get to the sale here. So nobody knows who you are, what you stand for, where you're positioning, where are your price. Are you high price, medium price, low price? If they don't know that, as a salesperson, you got to sit there and pound on them. So when I worked for Xerox, it was pretty easy. You know, as training, sales was, we're the most expensive copier on the market. We knew that. We had to go in. That was our position. We went in. We had to sell over that. But people knew who we were, brand awareness, okay? If your marketing sucks and your PR is bad, you're really in big trouble. Or if your PR is really good, but your marketing is bad, you still have to sell like a wild person. Okay, so that's kind of the relationship there. And they're three completely different subjects. They're external marketing avenues. And I have spent most of my life, I am still to this day studying this subject. Do you realize that by being good at this is the difference between just being a millionaire and a billionaire? That's the difference. It's not just rich and poor. How good you are in this is the difference between millions and billions.
We're going to end it there because it's the most important message I've had all day. The difference between millionaires and billionaires is how well their PR is, their marketing is, and their sales is. Wow. Unreal. Need to get better at that. Period. Bing. Good day. This is Roger Martin from Village, Montana. This is from Robert Kiyosaki. The number one most important skill is raising funds for your PR, marketing, and sales. Wow. Good day.